Last time on Skiba's adventure through Homestuck, vampires. Lots and lots of vampires. That's a lie. Actually, no, it's not. Okay, so, Dirk is being a jerk, Jake is being a flake, and Aranea is being something that rhymes with Aranea. Don't grope the lady person. Okay then, what's this? An illustrated story of some sort? Oh, hey, whoa. Let's not worry about that. It's nothing really. Here, give me that, okay? Why are you getting flustered about this literature? Is it pornographic? It does not strike me as indecent at a glance, though maybe our cultures have different standards. Haha, what? No, it's not that at all. It's just, I don't know, it's just a nerdy comic I read. It's no big deal. There's got to be other stuff to talk about. Let's see. Jake? Huh? You know, it's not the first time I've sensed that someone felt a flushed attraction for me. A flushed what's it? Oh my flipping gosh. What? I don't know what comic he's actually reading. Wow, I feel like I'm not living up to my geek nerd cred. You really don't have to be so embarrassed. It's perfectly okay. Oh god, you sense my stupid sexy thoughts. I knew it. God damn you, bogus brain strider. Someone needs to just kill me, or at least make me wake up. This is so humiliating. I don't even... Could you please just slap me really hard? If not in retribution for my ungentlemanly train of thought, then at least just to get me to wake up and save me from my own ceaseless buffoonery. Actually, I do believe it would be within the scope of my abilities to get you to wake up. But do you really want me to do that? Maybe. If it is true that you think I am attractive, then why wouldn't you want to spend a little more time here with me? What's the harm? Are you really in such a hurry to leave and feel sorry for yourself for no explicable reason? Well, no. I already told you, Jake, I am used to sensing many different types of feelings. It's given me a different perspective on emotions than most have. For most, the feelings of others are often a mystery, so they are prone to speculation and paranoia about the motivations of people they meet. The emotions of others can seem like such well-guarded mysteries. People begin to believe that that's how their own emotions should be treated as well. So when someone can read their thoughts easily, it feels like a violation. But to one accustomed to reading those thoughts, there isn't the same perception of violation or secrecy. It's more like examining other self-evident facts about a person, like taking note of their appearance. It's still hard for non-psychics to understand this, though, even if you explain it to them. It can lead to some awkward relationships, unfortunately. I imagine it would. So you've sensed it when other fellows have had hots for you, eh? Fellows, yes. And ladies. It's happened. Yowza! You must have been really popular then, I guess. Oh, no, not really. The fact that I've been the fleeting object of attraction to a handful really paints the wrong social picture, I'm afraid. That is hard to believe. It's my experience that people often underestimate their own likability. I sense that feeling all the time. Probably because they're in the dark about others' thoughts. They are usually in doubt, so they frequently err on the side of pessimism. In many cases, they would be surprised if they knew how many around them were open to friendship, or possibly something more. I would venture that if you had... Wow, I need to stop leaving my volume up. Yeah. I would venture that if you had such a sense, you even might be surprised yourself. Ha! That's a laugh. I'm quite sure my only suitor is my best bro, and even then, he's such a jumbled, stupid puzzle of unfathomable ironies, I'm not even sure about that half the time. I wish I had your powers. That would be top-notch. I'd be parked in the corner of Relationship Lane and Easy Street. I could kick back in my eligible bachelor's limousine and never fuck up or say anything awkward like I've been doing non-stop so far in this dream. Let's not get carried away. That certainly does not describe my experience. You would think that being able to sense the occasional attraction from others would be advantageous and inspire confidence in yourself. And it is nice when that happens, sure. But then, you feel the negative emotions directed at you as well. And even if they are less common than the positive ones, you have a way of dwelling on them and magnifying them far beyond their real significance. It's funny how an ability that should give you all the advantages in the world over others can lead you to feel worse about yourself than if you never had them. You put all your energy into thinking about people with the bad feelings about you instead of the good, and you try your best to fix things. But usually it just gets worse. People think you're overbearing and needy, and they don't understand what it is you want from them. I can see why it can drive some with my abilities to abuse their powers. Fortunately, I was able to resist the temptation. So, there are people on your planet who do that? On the world I was from, it was rare. Only a few criminals and outcasts would. But in the second iteration I mentioned, it was commonplace. Like I said, things were very different. In my world, though, the higher castes have a lot of responsibilities. It wouldn't be right to abuse my powers. So you were in a higher caste because of the hemospectrum thing you mentioned? Ah, so you were listening to my lengthy preamble. I heard all of it. I was just, well, go on. Yes, blue bloods like myself were higher than most. The job of each blood caste was to serve the needs of all those below it. We were to use our progressively greater longevity and wisdom to help the lower castes learn and grow, to listen to them and try to provide whatever they were missing, like a hierarchy of caretakers with increasing social responsibility. When the order functioned in harmony, our civilization would flourish. That sure is a neat-sounding science fiction utopia. Wait, duh, I mean science reality. But then it all went to shit because of that meddlesome demon? Yes. The demon you say I'm supposed to defeat? Yes. Hang on, would that be the same demon I'm named after? Who told you that? I guess technically my own brain did. That's interesting. I wasn't planning on mentioning that. Or at least not yet. Why? There's no reason to prematurely overcomplicate an already complicated tale. All facts will fall into place in due time. Yeah, but it's true, right? More or less. More or less. Been updates today. Okay. Can you tell me anything more about this demon? All I know is he might be a skull monster. Wait, he is a skull monster, right? He most certainly is a skull monster. A very big and angry skull monster. Yes, okay, but I feel like I should know more about him if I'm supposed to kill him. I didn't say you were supposed to kill him. He cannot be killed. Long ago he discovered the secret to indestructibility. Oh. Defeating a foe doesn't always involve killing. He has had many incarnations in many universes. If you continue on your journey for long enough, you may encounter one of them. And if you have become strong enough by then, you may be able to defeat him in combat. And if that comes to pass, it would be the first defeat he has ever known. You would be providing the first glimmer of hope to others that someday he could be destroyed. So, you are saying I could do all this? Or that I will? For now, I'm saying we should get going soon, if you would like to meet the others before you wake up. Who? Is there anything else you wanted to show me before we go? I didn't mean to get us sidetracked like that. Nah, just some boring junk. There are these fanciful branches, but I don't know where they came from. I suspect dream sorcery. They are from someone else's memory. Are they from a wizard's memory? No. Oh, well, I guess I could show you around outside. There's a jungle out there full of tremendous beasts. Not anymore. We have fused memories. Son of a bitch, more fancy branches. This way. What is this realm of limitless wonder? Realm of limitless wonder? God damn it, Jake. Shh. It was my planet. It's great. Everything is so amazing. Who would have thunk you could have such a crackerjack adventure in your dreams that are basically real instead of imaginary? Yep. Or for that matter, that you could meet such neat people along the way. Your thoughts are wandering again, man. Shh. Whoa, yeah. That gross, mushy thought right there. Are you even paying attention? No, shh. We've already been through this, you hopeless rube. You might as well be saying it out loud to her, so why don't you? Maybe I will, wise guy. I mean, she is pretty hot. Yeah, I know. Now shush! Jake, it wouldn't work between us. Huh? I'm dead. Yes, right. Perhaps if you died too, although maybe not after too long. I don't know how we would feel about that if you were a lot older than me. Man, what the fuck? Although technically I am already so much older than you. It would be just kind of strange if you were physically my senior by any significant margin, you know? This is a weird fucking train of thought. Can you tell her that? No. I'm going to make you have a seizure and get you to mind the message to her with your spastic gyrations. Pelvic thrusts will be my exclamation points. Screw you. You heard I totally have a shot. What? Go on. But I wouldn't want that to happen. What to happen? For you to die soon. I want you to succeed at your quest and to live a long and happy life. Man, I'm gonna come out and say it. This broad is a total snore. Yeah, right, bro. Did you hear that? At least if I kick the bucket early, there shall be, well, I say, a silver lining, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It will take the form of some spooky smooches from a smoking, ghostly troll babe, so shut your jealous trap. Hmm? Wait, oh dear. How loud was I talking just then? You were pretty much yelling. Ah! If I were real, I would be giving you a standing ovation right now. 5 out of 5 hats. God. Okay, just pretend to forget that, maybe? Not a chance. Not you, her! Her? Who? Me? Why don't you just tell me where we're going? I've gathered a small group of travelers for a meeting. They are briefly passing through this bubble. I was hoping we could introduce ourselves to one another and help orient an old friend of mine in the afterlife.
Okay. Who is your friend? Another troll?
She was supposed to be the Empress of all trolls, actually.
Wow, so she died before she could be the Empress, I guess?
Not exactly, since she probably never would have been regardless. She didn't want the job.
Why not?
Remember how I said each class had a duty to take care of the younger and more populous classes lower in the order? Well, hers was the highest of all. She was the only one on the planet with such royal blood, aside from the sitting Empress. As the heiress, she was meant for a position of incredible responsibility. Once she claimed the throne, she would have to serve for many thousands of years until the next successor was ready.
That's a hell of a long time. I guess she wasn't into that?
She had some problems with authority. She despised the whole social order, really. I foolishly tried to convince her to honor her obligation, but she wouldn't listen. She viewed the Empress as a glorified slave. So she abdicated and fled to the moon to hide. I was the only one who knew of her plans. The rest of the world searched but never found her. At the time, I was furious with her. But I didn't turn her in. Which, in retrospect, was a key decision that led us here.
You mean it led you to being dead?
Yes, eventually. While she was there, she discovered an ancient device. Inside the device was a game. She became obsessed with playing it, but needed our friends to agree to play first. She was not well liked by the others, though. Old grudges and rivalries made it hard to convince them. But she is very devious and knows how to trick people into doing what she wants. She even got me to agree by promising she'd return to her place as the heiress when we finished playing. Needless to say, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into.
Sounds like a handful.
Yes, she's not all that bad, though. Well, when you really get to know her, and when she's unarmed, which is pretty much never, now that I think about it. Okay, she probably is all that bad. The point is, you have to know how to handle her. Regal types can be very touchy, even the ones who seem to revel in anarchy. But if you know all the right things to say and do, she will happily hand over the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. After all, royalty is royalty. Just let me do the talking for a while, okay?
Did you hear that, Jake? Aranea wants to do the talking. I think your dead girlfriend might be starting to come out of her shell. Okay, that was kind of funny. Report.
The Archagent cannot submit the paperwork for his daily report because the Archagent is in jail.
He was a bit sloppy and got himself pinched by the white shells. That leaves all his duties to the penultimate agent, otherwise known as the Draconian Dignitary. We should bear in mind that penultimate agent isn't an officially recognized title, though. It's just a word he thinks sounds kind of cool. Report. The report is that you've got all these reports to fill out, which the Archagent has been letting pile up, and which you have absolutely no intention of completing. Paperwork's even less your bag than it is his. As was mentioned, the boss is still stuck in the big house. You've got to get the droll working on busting him out, but you said no particular hurry on that. You'd like to keep a casual administrative style. The boss is always in a hurry, all wound up like a knife-wielding top. Personally, you don't see the harm in playing it cool. Mounting paperwork aside, there's still the matter of this little insurrection to deal with. The boy is still out there, piking heads, agitating subjects, getting everyone hot and bothered. The press is going berserk with it, and you can only have so many reporters killed on any given news cycle. Can't forget about the girl, either. She's still out there, going rogue. Wait, you mean AWOL. That stinking pun gets you every time. Puns are even less dignified than paperwork. Locate Prince. You can't. By now, the kid is up to his goddamn neck in convoluted Gothic architecture. He's burrowed fuck deep in flying buttresses and purple pointy things. Buttresses. He even stopped by the boss's cubicle of vigilance and sliced up his fenestrated walls to make searching for him harder. Cunning bastard. There used to be a fourth one, but you don't know what happened to it. There was a rumor circulating that some old woman made off with it some time ago before the new queen took over. Whatever happened, it's nothing to worry about now. If you want to smoke this kid out of hiding, you'll need some help. Seek help? You already did. You walked to retrieve it, again in no particular hurry. Earlier, you quite calmly and diplomatically explained everything to the old lady, letting her know you could use a little extra firepower to get the situation under control. You were pretty smooth about it, offering to light her cigarette during a calculated pause. And she doesn't even smoke. You're just that good. While you were making your smooth pitch, you did a masterful job of giving her the impression that you didn't care one way or the other. But to be fair, you really don't care much one way or the other. Retrieve extra firepower. Hot diggity damn. In response, the dame gave you clearance to employ the service of the Dronegorg. Dronegorg? Dronegorg. The flagship battle mech of the Imperial fleet she keeps stationed on some other damn planet. You're not sure where it is or what it's called. Hell, if that's any of your business. Mountain drone gorg and ride into battle. No. You feel completely ridiculous piloting that thing. It's a bad look for you. No style at all. Drolgorg! Only another fool would get a kick out of prancing around in that asinine getup. It was a classy gesture by the queen, but you told her you'd have to pass. And I'll be right back. Okay. Classy gestures aside. But it doesn't do any good to spurn generosity from a beautiful and deadly woman. He thanked her for the kind offer and tactfully brought up an alternative. See, you tell the boss this is his problem. He's too blunt about his ambitions. Don't get you wrong. It's all well and good for a man to keep his eyes on the prize. But he doesn't always need to step over 1,000 corpses and swim across rivers of blood to get there. You remind him there are slicker ways to make your moves, especially when it comes to a lady. Now that you think about it, Slick would be a good ironic nickname for him. Might be good for a laugh calling him that. Or it would if you actually ever laughed. The point is, you have to know how to handle her. Regal types can be very touchy, even the ones who seem to revel in anarchy. But if you know all the right things to say and do, she will happily hand over the keys of the kingdom, so to speak. After all, royalty is royalty. Ooh. Your turn to ascend. Let's hear it. The song is in my head like yesterday. Nope. Dude, why you gotta be such a fucking killjoy? You're not feeling it. That little number was way too big for its britches. You could tell it was just gonna blast off, and next thing you know is everyone's on their feet cutting a rug and complete fools of themselves. This ain't no sock hop. Why does everything have to be so flashy and frenetic? What's the big hurry anyway? Sure, you're going to put this ring on, but when you're good and goddamn ready, maybe do a little reading first, have another smoke, finish your coffee, listen to some real music. Everyone needs to calm the fuck down. Ascend more casually.
I hate a moral coward, one who lacks a manly spark. I just detest a man afraid to go home in the dark. I always spend my evening where there's women, wine and song. But like a man, I always bring my little wife along. I'm a member of the midnight crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife to trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew.
Oh wow, there are boobs in this.
12 on happy old Broadway. So what's the use of going home until the break of day? Now something confidential, whisper not above a breath. I once went home at 2 a.m. and scared my wife to death. I'm a member of the midnight crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew. Wah, 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 wah. I never shall forget the night I made 6 rappers run. Although I didn't have a knife, a blackjack, or a gun, I proved myself a hero of a very high degree. I ran for home and 6 of them were running after me. I'm a member of the midnight crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old same old song. Rise with
the moon, go to bed with the sun. Oily to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife for trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew.
make her a member of the midnight crew.
I was so busy singing, I hardly even paid attention to that flash. Oh, that was good though. I did not actually expect that song to be in a flash, because I've heard it before. It's a very well done rendition of that song, actually. I know the original. Sorry if I broke anyone's ears with my singing, but okay, I think I kind of know what happened in that flash. Yeah. This isn't gonna do anything. Nobody prototyped shit. Crying out loud. After a lot of bullshitting around, you calmly and casually put on the ring of Orbs No-Fold. A phenomenal transformation takes place. You become... my god. You become... the Draconian Dignitary. Really, you don't know why everyone's always got to be transforming from things into other things, taking on these wild appearance modifications for just a little boost in power, always struck you as tacky. Where's the class? It just takes no creativity or guile for these villainous types to grab a little power through such outlandish transformations. No imagination at all. You are utterly astounded by how shitty their imagination is. If their imagination was a face, you would shoot it. In the face. Unleash awesome powers of rain. Awesome powers? Let's see. You're guessing it can probably make you invisible. Yeah, seriously. Yep, there you go. Invisible, just like you thought. What else is a magical ring of void gonna do? It's like Magic Rings 101. Real basic stuff. So it's the one ring? Okay, that's cool. Stop being invisible. You stop being invisible. There's not a lot of style to invisibility, primarily because nobody gets to see how damn smooth you're being. It's kind of a pointless power anyway. Some real dime store parlor trickery. It's just a waste of everyone's time. You doubt you'll ever use it again. It's not going to help you track down that elusive kid. But sooner or later, he's going to find out it's much harder to outrun the ring's true power. Use red miles? That's better. Kid can't escape the miles. No one can escape the miles. Let's keep looking for Dad. He's out there somewhere. You've been following a trail of clues on your quest to sleuth the whereabouts of your errant father. He seems to have left a variety of items behind in hopes you might notice and follow him. You have picked up each item along the way until you reach this car. It is squeaky clean from today's earlier automotive ablutions, but obviously there is no way you can pick it up. It was probably the last thing he had to leave behind, which means your trail is about to go cold. Hang on, little Sebastian's gesturing further ahead. It seems there is another clue on the path. Investigate clue. It's your dad's wallet. This is surely the end of the line. Ahead is another crypt. You wonder if he went in there? There's another one of those obelisks nearby shining a light down the pit, serving some dang purpose. Probably has some ridiculous bearing on a puzzle like 5 miles away, like deactivating an elevator or a conveyor belt or something that just leads to yet another stupid old skull. Actually, it looks like there's one more thing left in the wallet. It is a note. Examine note. Daughter, if you are reading this, it means you are now strong enough to lift the piano over your head and shatter it to pieces. While the instrument was expensive, it was a small price to pay for this important step on your journey toward becoming a powerful, independent young woman who don't need a man. I am so proud of you. Yeah, right, Jane's white dad. You're an asshole. I don't like you. What the... You think your dad maybe left the wrong note in the wallet? He probably meant to leave one pertaining to how you're mature enough to inherit his wallet and what a big responsibility a wallet is for a strong young woman, or something like that. Dad leaves tons of notes around like this for such occasions, so it's probably easy for him to get them mixed up sometimes. He is a highly professional and competent father, but the guy is still fallible after all. Aww. Get car? Now armed with your father's roomy, sleek leather wallet, you retrieve the family sedan with ease. It looks like a cool pair of shades wants to talk to you about your sweet new ride. Answer? To be as testified, TT began pestering Gutsy Gumshoe, GG. Shred it. What? You have the car. Now shred it. Turn it into grist. Oh, no! I am not going to destroy my dad's car. We need grist, though. I can't get any building done without more. Not to mention the fact that you're not going to be able to make any cool shit. There has to be a better way to gather up grist, though. Well, I think there are supposed to be monsters here. I haven't seen any monsters yet, have you? No, and I can't say I'm too disappointed. You should be, though. Presumably they would drop grist and stuff when you kill them. Like treasure and food products that restore your health, or at least make you less hungry. Have you ever played a video game, Jane? Of course I have. That's cool. I haven't since I'm a pair of sunglasses, and communing with such simplistic software would be a trivial and hollow exercise for me. But I know loads of stuff about games, like the fact that you gotta kill monsters if you want to make progress, if not to snatch up the bitch and loot, at least for the levels. Levels? How are you going to get better at fighting without killing monsters, Jane?
I think I've done a fair job of scaling my echelon ladder without resorting to the slaughter of innocent fictional monsters, thank you very much.
Please, you've barely done any climbing at all. I'm talking about hopping more rungs than what playing a little prank on your dad or throwing your hat on the ground super hard is going to get you. You need battle experience to make real headway. Like Jake.
I'm getting a little tired of various iterations of Dirkstrider telling me how I need to be more like Jake. I know you think Jake is neat. I know all the Dirks just adore Jake. I get it.
Wow, chill out. This ain't about whatever stuff you're apparently fixing to twist your shit in a pretzel over. You just need to get stronger is all. Don't you think that's what your dad would want?
You don't need to remind me about that. I'm suddenly having flashbacks to a few years ago when he would ambush me at almost every day for a pointless round of strife. Boy, does getting swatted with brooms and having cakes shoved in your face get old fast.
Yeah, but in the process you got pretty handy with that fork-spoon thingy, didn't you?
Well, yes.
I'm just saying, if you don't run into any monsters on this planet, I think I'm going to have to set the bunny to sparring mode to help you along.
I'm not going to spar with little Sebastian. He is too quick and deadly to fight with. And also too adorable.
Okay, we'll see about that. But in the meantime, we need to figure out a way to start harvesting grist. Let's forget the car. But now that you have the wallet, you can grab much bigger things. Big things have got to be worth more grist than all of...
Picayune?
I don't know what that word means. Dictionary, help me. Picayune? No, Picayune. Oh, no, that looks like... Oh. Picayune. Picayune. I have no fucking clue how to pronounce this because I can't read these things. But it looks like Picayune? Picayune? Okay. Picayune bullshit you keep around the house. There are some choice relics in this place. Some of it has to be worth a fortune, Grisways.
You could be right. I will give it a try.
Captcha obelisk? You stick the obelisk in the wallet. Fits like a dream. The ray of light is no longer reflected into the hole.
Sorry, puzzles.
Feed it to Grist Widget 12,000. That is a lot of grist. You put the card in the widget, and holy smokes, that thing was worth a fortune in all kinds of weird-looking grist denominations. Seb springs into action and scoops it all up for you in a jiffy with his busy little legs. The built-in grist gutter on the widget immediately kicks into action, collecting all the grist overflow exceeding your current low limit. You guess that's pretty convenient. You honestly thought these features were a lot of meaningless nonsense before, like an example of BC Corp's strange sense of humor made into a product sold for top dollar. The fact that this turned out to be the useful gizmo well in advance is either reassuring or unsettling. You aren't sure which. Proceed, Crypt. And the door's locked now. Looks like that obelisk was important after all. It was lighting up one of those globe switch doohickeys at the bottom of the hole, which was apparently keeping the door open. Just great. Real nice work there, Gumshoe. Answer again?
Well, let me have it.
Have what?
A hard time for botching up the pooch.
I think I just locked the door with that mutton-headed stunt. And now that mirrored obelisk is good as gone. I wasn't going to say nothing. Hell, I was asleep at the wheel, too, while you were busy fucking up, and I have an IQ of, hold on, robo-calculating, 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 robo-calculating.
Oh, brother.
Robo-calculating about 500 billion. That is really, really robo-smart. Don't get human fresh on me, Crocker. I'm about to bring all 500 billion points of my stringent cyborg IQ to bear on your dumb problem. Check it out. I took note of the captcha code of the thing and recorded a digital flash snap of its appearance through my photographic silicone memory canals. Which is to say, I looked at 8 alphanumeric digits in a couple minutes ago and remembered them.
Okay.
So give the bunny the wallet, I'll have him run back to the house and make you a new obelisk with the same grist you just collected from it. He can stash it in the wallet and run it back to you, and then you can open the door. You shouldn't be waiting around too long, because he's real spry. Which is exactly why you should wait here. You'll just slow him down.
Alright, I think I can do that. What should I do in the meantime?
Let me think about that. Robo-calculating.
Oh, stop it!
Okay.
None of our friends will answer me. What could they be up to? You must at least know what Dirk's doing.
He's slicing up some drones.
Some what?
Big Bird robots. He'll be busy for a while. Roxy I'm not sure about, but there is a pretty high probability as governed by the immutable laws of mathematics that she is preoccupied similarly.
She's fighting robots too, you mean?
I don't know, maybe. Dealing with them in some way, perhaps. If so, it wouldn't be a coincidence.
Why?
I think the Condess is attempting to force the issue now. What? What issue? It's likely that it's a coordinated assault, sending drones both to here and Roxy's place. She's probably trying to get everyone else to stop dicking around and join the game already.
Are you sure she's not just trying to kill them? It wouldn't be her first assassination attempt.
Yeah, but come on. Dirk has been a sitting duck here for years. Roxy, too. She could have wiped them out any time with a swarm much bigger than this one. Or just nuked them. Her assassination attempt on you was pretty weak, too.
But it nearly worked. I would be dead right now if not for the whims of GCAT.
Right, like I trust the motives of that fucking thing.
So you're saying she's only pretended to hunt us?
I believe she probably would genuinely like to kill us. She is a psycho, after all. But it's also obvious to me she needs us to begin playing this game for whatever fucked up purpose she has. She might even need us to win it, too, for all I know. Her antagonism is all part of the dance.
Then you're saying Dirk and Roxy aren't really in danger from the robots?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. They're still pretty deadly, and they shoot missiles and stuff.
Ugh! I just want to talk to my friends to see if they're okay. What about Jake?
No idea what's going on with him right now. I'm sure when the time is right, the witch will keep pushing him along to join the game as well.
Then I guess I'll sit here and worry about everyone quietly until Seb gets back.
What about your troll friend?
What?
The alien whose name you don't know. You could talk to her.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her. But I suppose that's because she's always the one to contact me. I never get a response when I message her.
Well, you could give it a try. Maybe things are different now. I could hack into her system to get her attention if you think that would help.
You can do that?
Nah, just messing with you. Later. To me, satisfied, TT, cease pestering Gutsy Gumshoe, GG. I'll go a little over.
Pester you?
I just really want to read Calliope today.
Gutsy Gumshoe, GG, began pestering Uranian Umbra, UU. Hello? Are you there? Yes.
Let's see.
Oh my, you answered. You never answer. Don't I? Well, no. I don't mean to be accusatory. I'm just surprised. Right then, what can I do for you? Well, nothing in particular. Just thought it would be nice to catch up. I was beginning to think I was the only one of my friends left alive. Maybe this gloomy place full of salamander bones and dusty old relics is starting to get to me. Not to mention the most unwelcome presence of entrepreneurial clowns and their enormous codpieces. Could be. I'm still trying to track down my father. I've been gathering clues and I may be getting close. Do you by any chance know if I might see him soon? Are you there? Oh, yes. Keep going where you're headed. Things will work out in time. You'll see him. Phew, that's nice to know. Thanks. You aren't usually forthcoming with future tidbits. Or, not that I was always especially eager to believe you about them anyway. But I think I've been coming around on that lately, for what it's worth. So, Hey, are you okay there? You seem rather preoccupied. I'm sorry. I'm not having the best day. What's wrong? Everything. Where do I bloody begin? Is it your brother? Well, that goes without saying, doesn't it? He's always a problem. But it's more than that. When I sleep and visit Prospect, I see nothing but storm clouds in the sky now. One great big lovely ball of blue has been clouding over. Soon I fear it will be completely black and the kingdom will be shrouded in darkness. I wish I understood the meaning of this terrible omen. It sounds awful. My brother has become more uncooperative than ever. He intends to play the game, but refuses to treat it like a collaboration. I've told him many times that the only way we can win is to work together. But he wants it to be yet another competition between us, like everything has been all our lives. His threats to kill me have become harder to dismiss as his usual empty bravado. I fear it may come down to having to kill him first, although I'm not exactly sure how I go about this, or if I will even be up to the task. I had no idea things had gotten this grim for you. I'm so sorry. Yes, but I'll cope. The real trouble, though, is I'm not sure if I can play a successful session without him. A two-player session was already risky enough, satisfying bare minimum playing conditions, and I had it on good authority that the two of us would be able to succeed, particularly given our, well, without intending to boast, various advantages. But I had no idea if a session of one is viable. Honestly, I cannot for the life of me imagine how. It may result in a void session like yours, but without the promise of any extenuating circumstances. Are you sure it's hopeless with him? You can't reach a truce just for the sake of playing? I used to hope so, but now I doubt it. He barely cares about the game itself, other than a means of escaping our planet. He's always been more motivated by the ongoing game between us. I think you have alluded to this before, but I never really understood. What game? Well, it is simple. We are playing a game together. We've been forced to for as long as we've known each other. But the rules are complicated and often shifting, and they don't always make sense. At least they wouldn't to you. Try me. Many you would not recognize as rules so much as superstitions, a variety of caveats and stipulations, things that would involve invite misfortune if I were to break. It would be very bad juju. I have not been able to tell you my name for this reason. Doing so would lead us all down a very slippery slope, but I have wanted to tell you. So, I hope my reluctance has not compromised our friendship. Of course not. I wrote off your reticence as one of your many eccentricities long ago. I still want to understand this game with your brother, though. Could you describe some of the other rules? Yes, we both renounced hemotyping until the resolution. Hemotyping? It is in the same vein, pardon the pun, as a quirk. It's the old tradition whereby one types in his or her own blood colour, so he and I have embraced neutral tones to speak in for the time being. Most humans do not practice hemotyping, presumably due to lacking diversity in blood class. But your race has varied blood colour? Yes. And then what would yours be? I am a lime blood. Well, he's got the bright cherry blood, just like you all do. Not that this matters since we are here alone, but interestingly, in ancient troll culture we would both be considered pariahs. For different reasons, of course. Those of his blood colour were very rare, existing by way of a genetic glitch only. They were outcasts, having no place in the social order. On the other hand, those of my blood colour were once actually quite common, but later they were all hunted to extinction. Geez, why? Details of the genocide are historically murky. It's one of those maddening voids in my understanding of your elaborate epic. But I've speculated their extermination had to do with the extremely powerful abilities they tended to have, and the threat to authority they represented, even more so than other powerful lowbloods. Are you saying you have such powers? Maybe. But he does not. He has, traits. Other traits. Maybe he's jealous of you, which is why there's such resentment? Oh, probably. He's an outright mess. If you can name a problem with me, he's got it. The way you described it, I always envisioned your contentious relationship as one played out mostly online. Yes, it is. And also that you and he have never met, yet some things you've said lately appear to contradict this. Jane, I am sorry, but this is something I just cannot get into. For one thing, we would be creeping way too close to breaking the rules, and then we would all be buggered. Even if I were at liberty to say, it would take so much time to explain everything, and I really must be getting to sleep again soon. I'm terribly worried about the people of Prospect during such dark times. I understand. Suffice to say, all games that are played have boundaries. A stage to which all pieces and moves are confined, like a chessboard. There is no reality to the game beyond the edges of the binary grid. That makes sense, but I'm not sure how it applies. I know, it was more infernal gammoning on my part to dance about these rules. It's all one can do, and everything he or she ever does is just another move in a game. I'm so sorry, Jane. I would have loved to be more forthright with you since the day we first spoke. You're a dear friend to me, you and your chums. You're all the only friends I've ever had. I was planning on giving you a gift. You were? Yes, but I was going to wait until completing my quest before sending it to you. But now that things are looking rather bleak here, I may have to consider accelerating the delivery. What is it? Or is it a surprise? It is a surprise, but I'll tell you this much. It is my juju. It is very dear to me. Your juju? A talisman of sorts with many curious properties and rules for implementation. As you may have gathered about me, I have learned the hard way that it always pays to follow the rules. Where did you get it? It was an heirloom, you could say. Passed on from ancestors. Excuse me. I've always had it. Jujus are said to have origins which are impossible to understand or trace. Some say they emerge spontaneously from the void. They cannot be truly duplicated. If there ever appears to be more than one of the same, it is only a mirage of causality. Nor can they ever be destroyed. Not completely, at least. So when I send you mine, it will be no small matter. It will not simply be copied through alchemy. You will be the new owner, and mine here will cease to exist. Gosh. But unfortunately it will have no value to me unless I send my brother's juju as well, and he will not relinquish control of it, unless I best him at our game. It is another of our rules. It sure sounds like you two are up to your necks in this crazy game. Oh yes, we are up to quite a bit further than our neck in it. But it's alright, I love games. My brother, on the other hand, not such a big fan of games. Oh no, quite the contrary. His passion for games transcends any human understanding of love. For you to understand it would be to fully comprehend the meaning of... how to put it? Beauty? Horror. I love Calliope so much. I know what she's talking about too, and I'm like, oh god. No wonder.